Alright, what is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another Direct Strike Weekly Brawl tier list. We're playing some Abathur today. Let's get right to it. So, what do we have? So we have Stockpile, so we got some more cash to start with. We have Hallowed ground here, buffs on the staging area, and we have... Oh no, not the dreaded equality. Okay, hold on. Do my queens heal anything? It doesn't say what it's going to heal. Okay, that's excellent, because the queens can literally heal anything then. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to put the Abathur queens over here. So Abathur doesn't actually get affected by equality. So equality removes the unit tags on your units. So like, see, the queens have no armored status. The roaches have no armored status or biological status. I don't like equality much because it's not very interesting. That make any sense? I don't know. It's like some units will be a lot tougher, like legionaries will have increased durability because the usual units that counter them, well, they don't counter them. Looks like we're against, is that a red? I'm against Carax. Okay, well, that'll be interesting here. So there's some upgrades that you should just never bother buying, such as the bonus damage against light units, but, you know, that one's whatever. But we'll get some adaptive plating here. My roaches will still be good against these sentinels here, though, because the roaches have a lot of armor, and they slow attack. And the queens will heal them, and I put them in an energy field, so they're going to have more energy. The queens will have a little bit more range. So I think Abathur overall is not going to really feel the effects this week. I'm just going to double gas real quick. Got some Manx Aegis Guards here. So yeah, let's see. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the equality brawl. Every time equality comes around, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like it's not a modifier that adds enough. Like, there's not enough interesting things that happen to it. It's basically just like, what if we took away all of Starcraft units' bonus damage output units, and we just went from there? Although, that does mean my Mutalisk are going to have an... I'm against Carax, so I can technically just buy Mutalisk against him, and he'll just die. Because my Mutalisk, I don't have to get the upgrade where it does bonus damage. Where is it? I can get the bonus bounce, but I don't have to get the upgrade that does bonus armor damage. So yeah, so it's basically just free. Abathur's queens still heal anything. They just heal stuff within range. Unfortunately, that one roach over there does not seem to be within range. Maybe I should put some queens on the other side too, to get some extra regen. But yeah, I think Abathur is generally not going to be too affected by it, I don't think. Maybe the Vipers will get a little bit of a soft nerf. But I think Abathur actually gets buffed because his units are very vulnerable to anti-armor damage. And now he doesn't have to worry about that at all. So, that's good news. I think Tychus might have a little trouble here because that means he can get CC'd. So it's going to be a lot easier to play against Tychus now than before. Let's see, so that just went down. I'm going to make sure my roaches get... Let me just evolve the missile attack here. Can my queens take these things out? Oh, the Banshees do so much damage. Also because Banshees don't do bonus damage to begin with, so they don't actually lose out on anything. Yeah, so queens turns out are not great anti-air. Maybe I could get some, I could get some swarm hosts. But I'll just go with some Ravagers to start with here. Let's see. Ravagers in the central area, get some cooldown reduction, but yeah, let's do that. Alright, and by the way, guys, we are going to have our 2,000 subscribers celebration stream tomorrow, Saturday, that is, the Saturday, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's like 1,600 hours until, what is it, 1,600, so 4 plus 3, 1,900 hours? I don't know. But yeah, and then so be sure to come over and play a few games and say hello. And yeah, I'll say after this one, let's see. Ah, there's Colossus. Okay. Well, the Colossus will do my roaches in because they do DOT on the ground. Uh-oh. Looking a little troublesome here. Yeah, Carax's one singular Colossus is pretty powerful here. I don't know if I want to go pure air, because it looks like Rainer's going pure air. I think Hyperion's also going to be pretty tough to deal with this week. What if I put down some more locusts? What if I put down some more... Let's put down some ravagers for now, and let's go tier 2. And then let's get tunneling claws so my roaches can sneak up on people. But let's go tier 2. I mean, not tier 2, tier 3. Because with tier 3, I can get access to some vital technology here. And the queens here should just take them out. Yeah, because my ravagers just get really caught up there. He has an immortal, but the immortals don't do bonus damage to my roaches, so that's a big meme. But yeah, I need access to some vipers. The Carax Colossus is still gonna be good because it's just pretty powerful overall. But I think I'll have double biomass, so I think I'm gonna biomass up a ravager. So let's do that. Give it some biomass. There we go. Put it back over here.
Talk to me.
Stockpile is just decent for an early game start, but then other than that, like, it's not much else is going for you. So these Swarm Queens here have increased energy regen, and they have 1 more weapon damage, so that should help out a little bit. I should probably space my roaches out a little bit more, but yeah, let's increase my weapon upgrades. I'm gonna get a few vipers. Maybe I can just go Leviathans. I don't know. Leviathan seems pretty mean. Let's see. Just because Leviathans are a big air unit that don't take bonus damage, although they don't do bonus damage either. I think Rainer's Vikings are generally going to be a little weaker against armored air. I mean, just because they do bonus damage against armored air, but now there's no armored air, so there's that. Gotta take care of these Colossus though, so I'm gonna have to get some Vipers in here. Please tell me Manx is this filled with missile turrets. Yes, this is a missile turret. Oh, he doesn't have increased range though. Oh no. The Shock Division is not as great because it does bonus damage to armored, so Shock Divisions are getting a bit of a soft nerf. Okay, let's see. Let's put down 2 Vipers over here. And then people are telling me to turn the Abduct off, but I think the Abduct is fine. It doesn't use energy, right? Yeah, it just has a cooldown, so like I don't really mind it being on. I don't know. Maybe it's like the Abduct is bad because it grabs like the wrong units. Gary is also not heroic, so he can be abducted. Okay. Oh, I'm getting beamed here. I'm gonna drop a heal. Drop another heal. Drop another heal. Drop another heal. Just waste that entire beam basically. So his beam basically has less effect than before. I mean, I healed like 4 times. But I'll get those heals back by the time his beam comes up, I think. Maybe not all of them, but I'll get most of them back. Let's see. Sky Furies will definitely knock out those Vikings, though. There we go. So, what do I want? I want a Brutalisk, I think, actually. This might be the time Brutalists are good, because Brutalisk have a lot of health, and they're usually weak because they have their armored status. But you take that away from them, suddenly they're pretty good. They're just a giant pool of health. So let me do that. I'm gonna get a Brutalisk, and then I'm gonna go for a 3rd gas here. I think the game is gonna be a little longer this week. Or this game, at least. Put down a Chonky boy. 1,500 health of just pure chonk. I could just also get some Devours, because Devours are not too bad. I mean, Vipers are already attacking the Colossus here. And so are the Sky Furies. Wait, I can pull structures?! Hold up! I can pull structures? I can also pull the high P. Oh my god. Wait. That changes everything. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot the structures don't have a tag. Like these buildings have a tag, but these things don't. I forgot about that. Like, I think you can eat them as the Haka. Like, I think that's what you can do. Because they're just a generic unit. Oh my god. I forgot about that. Okay. Okay, maybe equality's not so boring after all, but I don't know. Let's see, what's the range on this thing? I can pull Super Gary. Come here. Normally you can't pull Super Gary, because, you know, he's heroic and all. Pull that over there. So Carax has decided to buy Mirages. So basically, in short, he's decided to choose death. Who am I to not give that to him? So the reason why Karax has chosen Death is because he has no splash damage in the air. Mutalisks do splash damage, and also Mutalisks are even stronger against them this week because they don't have the light modifier. So basically Karax assigned his own Death Warrant. I mean, I guess I'll lose against Rainer's air, but get a few more Mutalisks and that should not be too bad. Actually, the missile turret got nerfed. It doesn't do bonus damage to anything now because nothing is armored. Huh. No wonder Hyperion's gonna be troublesome to deal with, I think. Let's get the Vicious Glaive, but not the other upgrade that comes with it. Oh, but there's so many Mutalisk though. I mean Hydralisk though. What am I gonna do against that? So yeah, I don't want Sundering Glaive because there's no armored units to deal damage to. Oh wait, there's a Super Gary. God damn it, Super Gary. God damn it, Super Gary. No. Okay, well. Let's see. Although my roaches are less effective against Karax's Sentinels, so that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. Brutalisk here. I think if I just give them enough armor, they should be fine.
What's the plan?
Man, but Super Gary really is not a vibe, huh? I need to kill it fast, so maybe I could just unload some more Ravagers here.
What's up?
And then put down another Roach here. There we go. Get some more Ravagers, get some more Roaches. Phoenix's wave is generally just down bad right now, so that's not great. Upgrade our armor here. Yeah, the Mutalisks are just getting bodied here. Maybe I could get more Queens? Nah. More Queens is not the answer. Yeah, I need to get rid of all these Colossi here. That's the real issue. And also, technically, Brutalisk, like the Mirages can pick up Brutalisk. I just realized that. I mean, you could also CC the Hyperion. So that'll be hilarious. Skyfears are actually terrible against Hyperion now because they don't do any bonus damage because Hyperion isn't massive. So that's a big meme. Put down some more Queens here. I don't know. Maybe I should give some of my Queens some of that good juice, that good biomass here. Let's see here. Maybe I could do that. Phoenix's wave is generally just not doing well into Stepman, it seems. I'm gonna heal up here. I don't have nearly enough Mutalisk though. Yeah, my entire Brutalist just got picked up. Lamau. Good thing it's got 5 armor though. That looks hilarious though, the Brutalist getting picked up. Okay. Maybe I just need more.
Sounds like a plan.
More Mutalisk. I think I just gotta commit to him. Super Gary though is a problem. He's gonna kill all my Mutalisk. So I need to take him out of the picture, like basically instantly. What do I do? What do I do? I don't know. Maybe Mutalisks are a bad idea. Oh, I've pulled his bunker all the way to the front. Wait. Oh, I thought the Earth Splitter could destroy the bunker. Hold on. Oh, man. Okay, so D is abduct, right? Just grab Super Gary over there. And then drop a Fat Mend. Okay. My Mutalisks are all dead by the time they get to the battlefield. So maybe it's time to get some Devours. I think my Vipers are also getting knocked out here. Let's see. So let's get some Corrosive, get some more Carapace here. Uh-oh. That's no good. Let's see. I wonder if I should get some more healing for my Queens. I think that's definitely a yes.
Sounds like a plan.
So maybe I'll put Biomass on a Queen? I don't know if I want a Biomass on a Queen though. Like it's a 2-second cooldown. I got decent enough energy regen. I feel like I don't need it. But if I don't Biomass, I'm wasting. I'm wasting here. Let's get the Corrosive Spray. Boom, boom. Get a Fat Mend here. Wait, doesn't Stepman just get hard nerfed because none of his units produce like units that he can pick up? I'm not even sure. Let's see. Yeah, you can look at that. Those Mirages are picking up some buildings here, so that's gonna be pretty nice. I just can't get through to the Colossus, huh? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not committing hard enough to my Mutalist flock. Maybe I should just stop buying Mutalist. I mean, how are they performing? Let's see. They are... I mean, I have around as many Mutalisks as there are. Whatchamacallits. I'm gonna biomass this. I have as well as many Mutalisks as there are Mirages. Oh, Battle Carrier Lords on the battlefield here. That's gonna be spicy here. I'm gonna drop a men here to deal with the Super Gary. There we go, Mutalisk coming in here. Actually, I think I just don't have enough of them. Maybe that's why. But also, I'm not, like, the Mutalisks are good against this wave, but every other wave, I need to beat Stepman's wave, which has all of these things here. So I think with Stepman's wave, maybe I could get some more Devours. I don't know. Let's see. Like, I don't know, Devours aren't exactly air DPS, though. That's the only problem. Do I have an air DPS unit? I don't think I do. Let's get some more Vipers, maybe. That'll be pretty good. I'll just let the Vipers abduct stuff. You know what? There's no harm in letting them just go wild here. Grab everything. Mostly because they can. They got the 4 armor here. Put down no more queens. How are my roaches doing? They're doing okay. Brutalisk here. Meat shielding as always. Okay, Hyperion getting yanked forward. Dropping a men here. Oh, those Vikings though, that's problematic. Let's see. Battle Carrier Lords. Okay. Okay. I think I just need more Ravagers. I don't think I have enough of them. Manx is not going to be doing great this week because all his Royal Guard are super specialized at doing huge amounts of damage to something, and all our Manx can do is build Sky Furies, which is super sad. Honestly, I built Aegis Guard this week. Aegis Guard outputs some ridiculous damage here. So let's put that over here. Let's put our Ravager over here. I think I just need Ravagers. Ravagers just like non-negotiable bonus damage output. Oh man, that Roach didn't make it out. Like Clolarian's Solar Beam does like less damage as well, and then just also like Phoenix going air just feels bad, man. Gary's just getting grabbed in there, so he's down. Drop some more aggressive flyer attacks here. Okay. Mutalisk are gonna go down here. There's too many Mirages. I should probably level up my armor on my units, actually. Mirages are not great against armored units here. Although Black Hammer's just gonna wipe it out. Okay, there we go. Ravagers here are still gonna go strong. A little questionable on the Bile Blast, but also okay. Getting roasted here. Gonna drop a Bile Blast. Ooh, okay, that hits the Viking, but didn't do enough. Yeah, I think I just gotta fill the center field with Ravagers, and I think we should be fine. Ravagers are pretty powerful. Just non-negotiable damage, man. Just damage is damage, you know? Let's put down our Ravager here. Let's grab a 4th gas. This game is going on for 20 minutes, so 4th gas is at least gonna be worth it here. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, let's mend. Let's mend again. Let's mend again. We'll mitigate most of that damage here, but damn, that hurt. We'll mitigate most of that damage. As much as we can, at least. There we go. Damn. Manx here rolling out with all these Lings. That's what he should have been rolling out with a long time ago, I'll be honest. Like, especially putting the Lings where the health is. That'll be pretty good. I think Manx is not gonna have a lot of fun this week because your Royal Guard just don't like normally a Hyperion would be dead by now, but you know that's not gonna happen here. Let's see. Also, Phoenix going air. Oh, this guy has nothing but Vikings. How did he get this many Vikings? Holy.
Sounds like a plan.
I think I'll need some more Vipers, though. Because the Vipers can help control some of the air units. But I'm also desperately trying to control the ground units as well, so there is that. Super Gary is just over here. Okay. I'm gonna maximize my ground attacks here. Think I can punch my way through most of this stuff here. As soon as the Vikings land, they're basically just sitting ducks here. Boom. And our Ravagers are doing as much as they can. I think I should get some Swarm Hosts to anchor us in. The Mirages, you can start to see their weakness. But also, I guess I don't know, I guess the Skyfarer still does decent amount of damage here. But just compared to Rainer Vikings, like, they're just very expensive and not great.
Tell me.
Okay, so let's just put down... Boom, 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 boom.
Sounds like a plan.
Put that down over there. Put that down over there. Let's get a host in here. Get some pressurized air glands. I think these Mutalisks were a mistake of an investment. I don't know. I don't think they're doing too great overall, but we're still hanging in there. We got an Ultralisk coming in. I think Stepman's just gonna struggle too with his highly specialized units. Like, the Ultralists don't stun units anymore because there are no mechanical units to be stunned. Let's see. Boom, boom. Oh, there's a carrier. Let's see. I mean, the Brutalist is super thick. It's got lots of armor, so it's gonna distract the Mirages for a good amount of time. So maybe I should get a second Brutalist here. Like, it's fine if he picks them up. Because the Brutalist has so much armor, he can take the hits. Let's see, Black Hammer just going ham here. I mean, the thing with Rainer having this many Vikings is that Black Hammer will just go to town on the Vikings. At least once Hyperion is not in the picture. I think Black Hammer is probably more effective anti-air, because he just does non-negotiable 14 damage. It's like, doesn't do any bonuses, so you're not missing out on anything. Come on. Oh my god, the Brutalist costs so much. But it's not that great. It's just a giant sponge, really. But it's got 6 armor, so, you know, can't say no to 6 armor. Let's see. I'm gonna drop a men here. All my units getting pretty low. I said I was gonna buy a Viper at some point again. That has not happened yet. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think Devours win against the Mirages. Then again, more Devours is better than no Devours, right? Although I don't know, I don't find Mirages too threatening here. Like, Carax's wave is slowly getting beaten down, so that's good news. We just gotta make sure we can beat it down even harder. Do I have a Swarm Host over here? Oh yeah, he's just chilling. Singular Swarm Host.
You can count on me.
Maybe I want to put Vipers in energy regeneration. How about that? Because, like, they are casters and they do use a lot of energy. So maybe I'll put them in there, actually. Like, the cooldown's great and all, but some regeneration should be even better, I think. Well, let's get some more flyer armor here. Our cannons are getting knocked back here. Mutalisks coming forward. Battle Carrier Lords starting to show their strength here, actually. Maybe that's why they're constantly getting nerfed, huh? They're just safely in the back. There we go. Yeah, the Battle Carrier Lords are safely in the back. Do they, like, because the thing is they only attack ground units, but I guess against, like, if you're playing Avatar, then I guess that's good enough, right? I was not able to break that wave, though, so... There are a lot of Black Hammers here, though, so... Well, actually, no, that was only one. Okay, so... Probably need to get more Devours, and I'll probably need to put them across the board so they get some more attack speed. And then, let's make this make some Biomass Locust here. There we go, 285. Get some Biomass Locust here. Just one Biomass Locust though, so don't know how effective that really will end up being in the long run. Okay, let's drop a fat men here. Holy! My units are still vulnerable to splash damage though, so some things never change. Okay, I mean the Ravagers are killing off the Mecha Battle Carrier. The Battle Carrier Lords. Are they called Mecha Battle Carrier Lords or just Battle Carrier Lords? I feel like they're a bit of both. Why does Stepman always gotta have such a long name for his units? Okay, let's put down some more swarms here in the back. Maybe not this one. Maybe not that one. That one might be too much. And then let's get some more Devours. I don't know. Maybe I should get some Leviathans, actually. Because Leviathans are just giant pools of health. Put them in the center or something. Might not be too bad. Maybe I should do that. Let's see, Leviathans. Yeah. Maybe I should do that. The Leviathans also cost an arm and a leg, and I don't think I have an arm and a leg right now to give. Level our attacks one more time. Of course, the beam comes down on my wave. Got a lot of small units here, but I think the Brutalist is tanking it like a champ. Ooh. Oh, it's getting dicey here. All I got are my Ravagers left. Oh, okay. There we go. We got some Ultralists coming in here. Oh, Ultralists can't be CC'd! Oh, I forgot about that. That's the beautiful thing about them. We got a lot of Black Hammers in the back here. Look at all those rockets taking off. Rockets red glare, boys. And those Black Hammers are going to be able to save the base. Damn, they did it. That is a lot of Vikings and no Hyperion in sight. That just means we're going to have a lot of dead Vikings. Although they're not grouped up as much as they could be. Okay, anyways. Brutalist number 3.
We require more minerals.
Brutalist number 3? Build tanks, we're waiting. I wish I could build tanks. Oh no, Brutalist number 3 didn't come out! Oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be a long game here. Keeping Kaz and everyone waiting here. There we go. Oh jeez. You know what I haven't built in a while though? More Ravagers. So maybe let's do that. So Brutalist number 2 here is just being picked up. Okay. That is a lot of Mirages though, huh? Yeah, that's a lot of Mirages. I wish I had tanks. Can you imagine Avid would have access to tanks? That'd be ridiculous. Let's see. Devour, devour, devour. Do I need more Vipers? I feel like I should probably get some more Vipers. I don't know. Okay, let's finally get the tier 4 upgrade. Vipers, Vipers, Vipers. More Ravagers, maybe? I don't know. How's the Swarm Host doing? Swarm Host not doing too bad. I don't know. Ravagers, because I get more cooldown reduction on my Ravagers, right? I'm basically using my Men's on cooldown at this point. Let's see. Yeah, the Mutalisks are not going to be great in the long run. And it looks like all my Devourers are dead. One of our opponents has been flagged as AFK. I'm gonna need more Ravagers. Oh. Okay. Like, this wall of air units is just gonna get crushed by these Black Hammers here, though. Oh, one of our opponents left. There we go. I think that was the Stetman. Yeah, the Stetman's gone. Stetman was actually causing us a lot of troubles here, but look at all those Black Hammers. Oh man, that's a lot of battle cruisers. Uh-oh. Scouts actually got hard nerfed too, because they don't do bonus damage against armored anymore either. Okay, so hold on. We're gonna need some more Ravagers. Yeah, that's the first deal of business here. We're gonna get some more Ravagers up on the field. Ravagers are key. Let's see. Grab that battle cruiser here. Drop a fat men here. Maybe I should get more Roaches, actually. I only have a handful of Roaches at the front. And those Brutalists getting picked up are actually... It's actually bad news for me, actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that looks like game here. Oh, Yamatos. Oh my god, there's so many Vikings. There's so many of them. Good thing the Vikings don't shoot down, huh? Oh my god. Damn, okay. I don't know, equality changes things up quite a bit here. Maybe if I don't know, maybe if I just went Swarm Host from the start. Nah, Swarm Host loses to these things pretty hard here. Let's have a look at the overview here. Stuff killed. Okay. So Phoenix here just really struggling. Really struggling, boys. Phoenix, I think Phoenix Air has always been weak. And having to go even more air makes things even worse. I don't know. But like Adepts are kind of not great either because they don't do any bonus damage to anything anymore. So I think actually Phoenix might be in the gutter. Let's have a look at units here. I did okay. Manx doing a lot of damage here. So Manx maybe actually isn't as down, isn't going to be struggling as bad as I thought. I took a lot of damage though, but that's the Abathur special. Maybe some more queens might have done something. But yeah, these black hammers are great. Sky Furies don't bother, I think. Just focus on your ground units. And then boys, lings, ultras. How do we do here? Okay, let's see. Check this out, check this out, check that out. I think maybe the Brutalists were a waste of money. Even though they didn't have the armor tag, they're just giant sponges. They don't actually offer too much. Alright, well, let's get on to the tier list. Alright, and we are back. And yes, I have finally changed the background. Let's get into it. So the game plan here is we're going to talk about the auras, our overall strategy, and our commander rankings. If you guys are not yet subscribed, be sure to drop a sub and be sure to leave a like if you've made it this far. So let's get into it. So Brawl modifiers, well, this week we have Stockpile, so it's just, you know, it's great. You start off with more money, so it gets you like started off in the early game a little bit easier. We have Hallowed, which just gives us buffs on the staging area, which is not too bad as well with the cooldown reduction and stuff. And we have Equality, where everything is typeless. So things are no longer heroic, things are no longer armored or massive. Okay, so keep those things in mind when you consider what to build, because it'll change up the way you build things significantly, I think. You know what'd be really cool? If it was Equality combined with like Kitchen Sink, which is the one that lets you switch between commanders. Now that might be spicy. So what I think the strategy is, I think the strategy this week is like you just want to exploit the modifiers. So you just want to find units that normally aren't that great because of something that holds them back, like some sort of stat that they have. Maybe they're massive, maybe they're armored. And because they no longer have that stat, they're suddenly insanely good. Or you can build units that are consistent in the sense that they do the same amount of damage to armored or unarmored units. So what I'm saying is Immortals, probably not a good idea. Tanks, probably suboptimal. All those things and favorites that you know and love probably aren't going to be as good this week. But, you know, that's just me thinking about it. I don't know what will actually happen if we actually go and see it in action. So, yeah, let's talk about the tier list. So, this is kind of a strange tier list, but I think it's probably the most equal tier list we've had. And some of our heavyweight champions are actually now at the bottom, and some of our meme picks are actually now at the top. So let's talk about that real quick. So in the S tier we have, I would say, Raynor, Abathur, and Mengsk. So I think Raynor is still pretty good because Hyperion is now typeless. So Hyperion actually ends up gaining a lot more health. Now, also, if I remember correctly, Raynor medics actually don't care about what they heal. They can heal anything. I believe that's a thing. So Raynor's healing capacity is intact. Raynor's bio units are now more resilient because, well, they're no longer armored. But you know what? Splash damage will still kill you, so you probably don't want to stick with Raynor bio for too long. As you saw in that game, Raynor Vikings can still dominate. Yes, they don't do bonus damage to armored, but guess what? They have lots of range, lots of attack speed, lots of attack damage, so they're still going to kick your butt. And Hyperion having no armored status just means that it's going to basically almost double its health in some engagements. So definitely look out for Raynor this week. Abathur, I think, is also a pretty strong top contender, I would say, because like Abathur's just like his queens can still heal his units, so it doesn't matter because they're not like just because they're not biological. You know, Abathur's units don't care, so his queens can still heal. Ravagers are still Ravagers. You know, damage is damage. They do AOE. AOE is still going to be very good. I think, in fact, AOE is probably going to be king this week. Besides, you know, CC and like other manipulation abilities. That being said, Vipers also have abduct, so you can use it to snipe heroic units, you can use it to toss like Tychus around like a rag doll. So yeah, you can just grab things that you normally can't grab. Because I don't think you can grab heroic units normally. So, but now you can. Because I mean, I usually leave my Vipers on autocast for Abduct, and I've never seen them grab a Hyperion or a Gary. So I'm pretty sure you can now grab those units. You can also grab your opponent's buildings and take them away from the cannon, which might be good or might be bad. I don't know. We'll have to see. Just take them all the way to your base. But yeah, that could be something fun to try out. I think overall ground Abathur's still vulnerable to splash, but overall I think he's getting a buff because his armored units are no longer armored, so you don't take as much damage as they used to. But AoE is still dangerous to you. And then Mansk, I think, is actually sleeper OP this week. Don't build your tier 1 and tier 2 royal guards. Like, the tanks are no longer actually as good as they used to be. Tanks are only good because they did huge amounts of damage to armored units. You take that damage that it does down by 50, it's suddenly not as great. I think this week you might actually want to just spam black hammers to clear the skies and actually go for prides, because I think prides are nuts without the massive tag and without the armored tag. Like, massive tag means they get countered by a lot of things. Well, they get countered by Skyfears, and armored tag means that they just take lots more damage. So you can think of prides as like slightly better Hyperions in terms of burst damage each wave, but slightly worse in terms of like consistent DPS and health. But I think prides would be pretty good. If you don't want to buy prides, I think Aegis Guards are also decent in the sense that they cost very little, and their DPS is still pretty high against unarmored targets. They just shoot fast, so it doesn't really matter, right? So yeah. Now in the A tier we have some spicy boys. So Dahaka can eat defensive structures, if I'm not mistaken, because they're no longer considered a unit, or I mean a building, so they can get eaten. So that'll be pretty nice. And the only downside is I don't think Dahaka gains any of the bonuses that he gets from eating those special things, because like they're no longer armored or psionic or whatever. But that's besides the point, because now you can eat. I think you can eat anything that. I don't think you can eat the heroic units. No, not the heroic. The units that have unique names to them. So like you can't eat Tychus. But you can still eat like the big boys, like the August Grads. You can't eat the Hyperion. I don't think that works, because Hyperion's a unique unit. But you can try. And maybe they changed that. I don't know. But like last time I checked, you can't do that. But still, I think the Hawk is pretty good in the sense that he no longer takes bonus damage. I mean, from anything anymore. He's no longer biological. He's no longer massive when he does get massive. His ground units are super powerful. If you go just like pure Ultralisk, you can probably just run things over with just pure Ultralisk. Ultralisk can't get picked up, and they're not too vulnerable to splash. And the really things that were reining them in is like, I guess, air units and anti-armor units. And well, there's no more anti-armor units, so Ultralisk might just run wild this week. Although reining in air might be a little troublesome, but you know, you can just pretend the air units don't exist and just keep running. I don't know. But yeah, Karax I think is actually not too bad if you go Crusher Karax on like Crusher Ground Karax. Maybe this time skip out on the Immortals. Or I don't know, maybe Immortals can still be good for the Shadow Cannon, but definitely the Colossus there was pretty good. Maybe Colossus Mirage might be a thing, because Mirages can now pick up anything that's not an Ultralisk, because Ultralisks still have that stat where they like can't be CC'd, but you saw my Brutalisk getting picked up there, so like I'm pretty sure it can pick up like Apox. It can pick up Tychus. That'll be hilarious. So yeah, I think Karax is definitely going to be pretty good this week if you build the correct things. Don't build the carriers because the repair beams don't repair anything. Nothing is mechanical, so don't get baited into that. But yeah, and Vorazun I think has some big meme potential with her Dark Archons, because now they can mind control anything. Anything can be mind controlled. So you could chain like mind control like a Hyperion or something. I don't know. That might be pretty spicy, so we'll have to see. But other than that, actually, Vorazun doesn't really have much going for her. She does have a lot of battlefield disruption, and Corsairs can totally dominate the skies. Actually, I don't know. They have like baby AoE. They're actually not as strong as they used to be. But I think the Archons might be okay. And then Centurions are pretty good for CC. And you can always get cooldown reduction Stalkers in the center if it really comes down to that. So yeah, there's that. I think maybe Vorazun's ranked a little too high. Maybe it's a little too high, but you know, could be spicy with the mind control meme potential. So we'll have to see. I think Han Horner is actually A because Wraiths. I think Wraiths will be pretty strong. Mostly because they're a great contender against most of the things up in the top tier. And they don't suffer from many of the weaknesses that they normally would, such as, like, for example, Nova Goliaths no longer disable them. And, I mean, Wraiths still do a lot of DPS, so they're still good for that. And the only thing they might be weak to is, like, maybe, like, the Black Hammers and the August Grads and all that stuff. But, you know, if those things come out, you might actually be boned. I don't know. But Hunt Horrors, Damon's Vikings might still be okay, because they still have a large health pool. They'll survive. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking they'll be okay. But maybe I overestimate rates, but we'll see. And then in the B tier, we have some like pretty spicy possibilities. So Artanis is like, I'm thinking like you could do the thing with Phoenixes instead of Mirages, but Phoenixes are strictly worse Mirages. However, Archons can drop like lots of splash damage with their Psystorm and AoE. So AoE still does AoE damage. Doesn't care about like armored status and whatnot, so it could still be really good. And you could just buy a lot of Tempests. Tempests they don't have any damage drop off against anything, and Tempests are Tempests. Yes, they'll attack slowly, but they will stack, surely. And they also take less damage now, because they're no longer considered armored. So, like, they could potentially be very good. So, I guess we'll have to try them out. And then, next up, we have Kerrigan. So I'm thinking if Kerrigan builds Ultralisk and maybe adds in Hydralisk, that might just be a good enough comp by itself. Because Ultralisk can't be CC'd, so they don't have to worry about losing their tag. In fact, losing their Armored and Massive tag helps them a lot, because they take less damage. And then Hydralisk they just do like, I think like 13 damage per auto attack or something. So they've never been bothered about like bonus damage output. And like, losing their Light and their Bio tag also helps them out significantly against some matchups. So might be pretty good. So try that out, I guess. I don't know. But Kerrigan's pretty one-dimensional, so there's that. Zagara, I think, is actually much better thanks to Stockpile. She can reach that tier 3 faster, and Zagara really has never cared about damage output. Like, she just explodes on your wave. That's all she does. And now she can do it faster. And now your opponents can do less against it. Maybe your abs will do less damage, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, Hunter Killers are stronger, abs are stronger because they're no longer armored. All those beautiful things. But AoE is still a problem. But I don't know, Zagara is literally made of AoE, so might be pretty good this week. And then in the B we have Stukov. I think Stukov does okay in the air this week. Although short range, the libs, I'm not sure if I dig those. And his tanks aren't as great because they don't do bonus anymore, and they're quite costly. But his boys and his bunkers might still be really good because they're just giant pools of health, although they can now be picked up. So maybe not as great. I don't know. So that's why I have Stukov here in the B tier. I'm not quite sure where exactly it'll land. I don't think he has anything that takes advantage of CDR, like cooldown reduction, too much. Maybe his queens, but his queens I think can only hit. I think it only does 300 damage now. It used to insta kill, so that used to be really good. But now it just does 300. I mean, 300 kills most things. Most things. With the spawn broodlings. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Spawn broodlings on structures. Maybe that'll be hilarious. But you might have to micro it. I don't know. So have a look at that. And then in the C tier we have some specialty commanders that I think are gonna struggle this week. So Stetman's mechanical units, I don't think when they die, I don't think they feed Gary. So that's a huge problem for Stetman. You lose a lot of value. Your units are priced expensively because you have the possibility to generate value. And now you don't have that. And also, like, for example, your Ultralisk, they have an ability that stuns mechanical units and they steal life from mechanical units. Well, those abilities are now useless, so don't upgrade them. At least you'll save the money on them. So there's that. Although I think your Ultras might be a lot tankier now because Titanium plating is still there. And you can get a lot more armor and health regen. So you might not be out of the game. You could just go like pure stack breaker, but I don't think you'll be able to do anything against air units. I'm not sure. Because cluster busters are great against light, but you know, that got nerfed. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Stetman will just be a little harder to play. There's some difficulty buffs this week. And then in the C, we actually have Nova. I think because Nova's units are very specialized. Maybe Marauder Commandos will still be good with their 90 damage to any target, but Ghosts will never be useful this week because they snipe biological targets. Those don't exist anymore. Goliaths disable mechanical air units. Those don't exist anymore. Nova's tanks might still be good with her range, but she's not going to do like 100 damage per shot. She's instead going to do, I think, closer to like, is it like 70 damage per shot? I think, or 80 damage per shot. So it's like, it's not as good. So I don't know. A lot of the stuff that you normally have to play around with is not as great. And also, Mirages are even better now, so you're probably going to be facing maybe a lot of Caraxes, and so you'll have to get Libs. And even then, Libs are, I don't know, Libs are okay. They're okay, I guess. They do consistent damage against ground units, but against air units, they're not that great. But Libs are also super expensive, so there's that. So I feel like Nova's going to actually struggle this week. And then Alarak, I don't know if they fixed this yet, because the last time we had equality, I think it was like not fixed, and it got fixed, but Alarak doesn't actually recognize his chicken nuggets this week, so he can't eat them. And on top of that, he can get CC'd. So that's troublesome. Next thing that's troublesome is Alarak does bonus damage. Like, he absolutely destroys armored units. There are no armored units this week. That's another problem. Ascendants are totally useless because they also don't recognize chicken nuggets. So that's done. You're basically toast. So your only real viable units this week are the Wrathwalker and the Mothership. The Mothership might be really good, but you have to survive to get there. And if you're against the Dahaka, then you're screwed. And Wrathwalkers, well, I mean, they're Wrathwalkers, so they still do 100 damage to everything they hit. So, you know, you could probably still have that going for you, but you just gotta hope your opponent isn't like a cigar that's gonna run your entire wave over. Because if it is, then... Also, I think... Can Wrathwalkers get picked up by Mirages? I mean, they're huge, right? They're considered air units, so I guess they can't get picked up? There's only one way to find out, right? But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking this week. Alex options are quite limited. And in the D tier, we have Swan. Swan's laser beam can get CC'd now. Add insult to injury. Swan's science vessels don't heal his units anymore, so that's a big oof. Science vessels are integral to your composition. You do have your shields still available to you, but that's not that great. I mean, I think maybe cyclones are still not bad, but you have a lack of AoE. Your tanks are no longer really a viable option because they don't... I mean, they still do bonus damage if you upgrade Maelstrom rounds. They just don't hit the armored units for bonus damage. So I guess Swan tanks are still passable, I guess. Thors are no longer invulnerable to being picked up. So like, I feel like you're just going to have a hard time against Carax or Artanis because they can just pick up everything you have. Artanis especially, because Artanis can pick up two things at the same time. And I don't think Swan has an AoE air ability. Like, he has Thors, that's about it. So yeah, you might actually just get completely boned against Artanis. So just pick everything up. And in D tier, we have Tychus. I don't know. Even if you're the best Tychus player this week, I feel like you're just going to struggle everywhere. Because now you can get CC'd, you can get just all manner of bad things happen to you that before you were immune to because you were heroic. On top of all the bad things that could already happen to you. Like, now, like, Carax can come and pick up your entire army with Mirages and never put them down because there's so many Mirages. And they're actually a viable counter to the Tychus now. But only for this week only, though. So yeah. Enjoy it while it lasts. Although I think Sirius might be kind of hilarious because he'll probably blow up on your Mirages. Actually, I don't know. I think his detonation range isn't that big, but yeah. So yeah, I think Tychus is going to be a huge challenge to play this week. And finally, we have Phoenix. So I think there might be a special way to play Phoenix this week, and that is to not build any of his units that belong in tier 2 and tier 3, maybe with the exception of Phoenix himself. So the reasoning behind that is Phoenix's tier 1 is very strong, and it's only limited by things that hard counter it. Now, the problem with that, things that hard counter it this week have got hard nerfed. There's no more units that do bonus damage to light units because light units don't exist anymore. That being said, you might have to just stick with Adept Legionary this week, and that might be really good. Maybe Disruptors might be good too, but I don't know. Like, Adept Legionary, I feel like would still be insane because Legionaries still do huge amounts of damage. Kaldalis can get CC'd. I don't think he can get eaten, but he can definitely get CC'd. and mind controlled and picked up and all those other things that can happen. So that's a little bit tough. So maybe just build no heroes, you know? Like, everyone is the hero if no one is the hero. No hero Phoenix. So maybe that's what you have to do. Definitely the capital units, like especially scouts. Please do not build scouts. Like, scouts before were passable because they dealt bonus damage to air units. Now, like, they just don't do anything. So yeah. If your opponents go air, I think adepts might just be better. I don't know. So yeah, maybe I'll try something out with no hero Phoenix and we'll see how well it goes. So yeah. Be sure to let me know what you guys think about our tier list rankings. So let me know what you guys think and how everything stacks up. If you guys think I missed something, if you guys think there's an exploitable unit that I completely forgot about, be sure to let me know because, you know, there are a lot of units in Direct Strike and I cannot see all of them at the same time. So there's that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and be sure to tune in for our 2,000 subscriber live stream special happening tomorrow. Don't want to miss it. I mean, if you can't make it, then obviously that's fine. But yeah. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.
The tires! Let's light some fires!
Need a light.
They picked the wrong fight.